everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scenic Stops. We've really got some great stories lined up in this episode for you. You know that we always bring you the in-depth stories that put a focus on what is so great about this region of Ohio. Amazing people and great places right here in your backyard. So let's hit the road again to get out there and learn and discover more about Northwest Ohio. First up on the program tonight, the crew and I have traveled to Paulding County, and it is here where we are in Cecil, Ohio. It's a little village about 15 miles west of Defiance. We're here at the Forest Woods Nature Preserve. It is so beautiful, and it is maintained by the Black Swamp Conservancy. Now, you know I'm an outdoors girl, so I can't wait to get back there and check it out. So we came prepared. We have our bug spray. We're gonna need it. So let's get in there and learn more about the Black Swamp Conservancy. Well, the crew and I are really enjoying our visit here to the Forest Woods Nature Preserve, and I am so glad to be joined by Eric Kraus. Eric, why does the Black Swamp Conservancy exist? What is your role here?
We're here to protect both natural areas, green space, and agricultural areas for future generations. And so Black Swamp's role is to help both private and public landowners to achieve that goal in protecting land in perpetuity.
How much property does Black Swamp Conservancy maintain?
Right now we're working in about a 16 county area, and we have a little over 13,000 acres protected.
And here at the Forest Woods Nature Preserve, how much property does this consist of?
This is just under 300 acres, and really a unique piece because it's surrounded by agricultural land. The ground we're standing on right now was farmed until 2008. But it also is a really nice combination because we've got some really high quality woodland habitat as well as water running through the property. So it's a nice diversity of habitats.
So I understand you help to maintain the animals and the plants on all these properties, but are there some that you don't like to see as well?
Sure. Anytime you manage a habitat, you've got to deal with the bad as well as the good. And we have an example here of a species that isn't so attractive.
And what is this?
This is an invasive called teasel. This is in a place that it wouldn't naturally be, it wouldn't natively be, and as a result, it tends to spread like wildfire.
So we want to get rid of it.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can literally pull.
No, you kind of can't. He's in there pretty good.
That's the easiest.
Okay.
Easiest step, and all you're doing there is removal of the seed head, and then herbicide treat the actual base, and so those are the two management tactics to address teasel. So this is native big blue stem. This is actually last year's growth, and you can see the new growth coming up.
So this is an example of a plant that you have purposely planted. Tell me about it.
It's important because it really was one of the dominant species in Northwest Ohio. Pre-agriculture, this plant can get well over 8 feet tall.
Wow.
If it's happy where it is, it can grow very densely. But again, the goal in prairie restoration is to try and create a diversity of different species and allow for a diversity of habitats. So just like a forest, a prairie provides that foundation for a real variety of life.
And here's proof of a lot of wildlife here. We even have this brown snake. We have really been enjoying this beautiful outdoor space today, and I am lucky to be here today with Rob Krain, the Executive Director of the Black Swamp Conservancy. Rob, thanks so much for having us out today.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Behind us is this beautiful waterland. Can you tell us a little bit about this space?
Sure. This is Marie DeLarme Creek, which runs through the center of our preserve, and it outfalls into the Maumee River just about 1,200 feet out of here. This is an incredibly diverse property. We have over 30 rare, threatened, and endangered species on site, and a species inventory of, I believe, somewhere around 500 species, and we certainly haven't captured them all.
Tell me more about the Conservancy and the importance of the work that you do.
The Conservancy's mission is to protect and preserve natural habitats and agricultural land here in Northwest Ohio for the benefit of future generations. And really what we do is we're here to make sure that woods stay woods, family farms stay family farms, wetlands stay wetlands, and to make sure that future generations have the same outdoor opportunities that we've had.
Well, I'm going to need you to grab your cowboy boots for our next scenic stop. We're going horseback riding at a ranch in Findlay after this. Do you know of a unique place that I should visit, or maybe an interesting person that I have to meet? Well, I'd love to hear from you. Now, it's simple. You can like Scenic Stops on Facebook and be sure to tweet #ScenicStops during the show. You can also play Scenic Stops trivia every week on Facebook for a chance to win some great prizes. Go ahead, it's really easy. Just go to facebook.com/Scenic Stops and we'll see you there. Well, it is a beautiful day to be outdoors in Northwest Ohio. The crew and I have traveled to Findlay, Ohio, and we are here at a ranch, the Triple T Ranch to be exact. But this isn't your typical place. They do have horseback riding, but they're also a B&B. They're a bed and breakfast. So I guess if we have a good enough time, we're gonna spend the night. Well, I am excited to meet and talk with the owners, Matt and Sandy Theis, to learn more and then to saddle up and take a ride. Matt, thank you so much for having me and the crew here today.
Absolutely, glad to have you.
It's beautiful out here. So, and thanks also to Bo for joining us for our interview. How long have you had this property here in Findlay?
We started building a house in 1989, cleared, this was all solid woods. We cleared for the house and then we cleared it for the patio and the pool and where we're standing right now and beyond into the paddock here and then the trails.
Yes, the trails, the trail riding. Tell me, how long of a ride is that if folks want to come out and do some horseback riding?
Well, we offer a half-hour ride and we offer an hour ride as a standard. You can ride as long as you want. We offer lessons right here. You can take a lesson from myself or from anybody else that helps us out doing the trail rides. They're all experienced people and know what they're doing. But the biggest thing is just learning how to steer that horse so that, you know, we set up cones and we go around the cones and we have you steer. We don't have you trotting and cantering and all that type of thing for a lesson, but you do learn how to steer that horse and how to control the animal. Being
here in Findlay, obviously there's the equine program at University of Findlay. Do you have a lot of those students who come here and learn?
We have a lot of those students come here and learn, and then we also have some of their students that come here and help out and become part of what we're doing right here. That's one of the keys. A lot of those people have so much experience, and over the years they've been very instrumental in helping our program and being supportive of our program and things like that, and that's really been a big help for us.
So Sandy, tell me about the different horses that you have here at the ranch, including this beautiful guy right here.
Well, this is our little blue-eyed Sheriff Cody. We have 3 miniature horses, and he is the oldest of all of them. We have a little female named Razzleberry, and then our newest is Little Chief. He's been on trail rides. We use him for lessons, and he actually pulls the pony cart. We have the full-grown horses. We'll start with Big Red. He's actually our carriage and wagon horse. He's the head of the herd right now, but coming up fast is Cherokee. He's kind of the football player, you know. He's big, he's strong, he's beautiful. And then we have Seneca. We like to use him a lot on trail rides. And then we have a new one by the name of Bo. He's only 4 years old, so he's still a baby too, but he's almost as big as Big Red.
Have you been involved with horses your whole life?
Well, I did some riding when I was in Girl Scouts a long time ago, and I took a wonderful mountain trail ride when I was in college that I loved. And then for about 26, 27 years, I didn't do anything until I met my wonderful husband about 3 years ago and have become totally immersed.
I've been around horses pretty well most of my life. And the first thing that her and I bought when I met Sandy before we married, after my late wife passed away, was a horse.
And I tell you what, that's when I really started to enjoy the horses, because we get up every day and the horses are doing something different. They each have such a huge personality of their own that it's just amazing to watch them.
First thing that we bought together, so yeah, we love horses.
Yeah. Well, I can see why, and this is a beautiful place to come out and enjoy and do some riding. Speaking of, do you think we can go do some riding? That's why I came.
Absolutely, let's ride.
All right, sounds good.
One thing that we're finding out is that a lot of Americans are not familiar with what a bed and breakfast is. A bed and breakfast is a private home where you contract basically with the family. The family lives in the home, but you are their guest.
It's your personal residence.
It's our personal residence.
But it's well appointed, and you have separate guest facilities and
Private baths.
The business is basically a bed and breakfast events center for people that want to have birthday parties and anniversary parties and all that type of thing. And it's also a place to go trail riding. It's one of the most difficult things that Sandy and I manage, but it's one of the biggest pleasures. We have people that come that want total solitude and everything else, but they come while an event's going on and they just love it. When they get ready to leave, they say, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much for letting me be part of watching this event," or whatever. It really helped with what I wanted to get out of being at the Triple T, but they didn't know it.
We actually call ourselves the destination getaway, because you can actually come here and spend a full weekend, and you could actually spend your whole time here and be very happy and have a lot to do.
We want to make sure that everybody is satisfied and gets out of this place what they want to get out of it.
Our motto is come as a guest and leave as a friend. And actually we've had guests say, no, that's not true. And of course, Matt and I kind of look at them kind of startled, and they say, no, it's come as a guest and leave as family. You know, we love having people here. So if they contact us and we have the availability, we would love to invite anyone to come.
that was a great trail ride, Matt. Thank you so much. If you think you'd like to come out and go horseback riding, you can check them out online at the tttranch.com. Well, let's go ride some more. Come on. Well, what a great ride there at the Triple T Ranch. Okay, for our next scenic stop, we venture a little bit out of Northwest Ohio down to Dayton, where we introduce you to a talented painter who explains his method of brush before the brain. Here's more from member station Think TV in Dayton.
I grew up in a small town north of here in Botkins, Ohio, and we didn't have art. I played sports, baseball, basketball. I always enjoyed art, but we didn't have any classes or no formal training. I went to school at Ohio University, journalism major, and had no formal training. Then I sold health insurance to schools and corporations. I was introduced to art by Roger Sayre. He was a well-known artist. I bought some of his art back in the 80s and met Roger. He painted on steel. Got to know Roger and took a space at the Front Street warehouses where I became his studio assistant for 3 or 4 years. And I would go out on the road and take a load of steel in the back of my truck and paint it wherever I might be in the patina of the ocean spray or the desert or sun, rain, all added to the steel. I don't really know of anybody using weathered steel on a full-time basis. It's pretty gritty. For the recycled steel, a lot of it comes from a scrapyard just a quarter of a mile from here. It represents aging and imperfection and the trials and tribulations that we go through in life. The steel always is interesting because I don't know what its former life was or where its brothers and sisters are going. And it's interesting, there's a lot of textures, imperfections, and different imagery that comes out of the steels. It also represents strength and durability. Some of my work you could stand on. I'm not sure that's much of a selling point. I pretty much paint brush before the brain, which means I paint first and think about it later. Not worried about mistakes, not knowing which direction the piece is going to hang. So I'm just enjoying the moment, being in the moment, and getting into whatever textures and colors I might be using that day. I just love the color and texture, and I paint very texturally with a lot of texture. Use pumice, steel shavings, tar, silicate sand from local gravel pits, literally everything in the store. And I just love the use of color and learning how to apply it and blend it with texture. I paint acrylic on steel, and then I finish it off with an oil, which stops the oxidation. I paint so fast, so I'm painting on 20, 30 pieces at one time. I paint 30, 40, 50, 60 days on pieces as opposed to a very short time frame. So I get different looks, different moods, different light, and it will come to you if you just let it be, if you don't try to push it. But so I paint real thin, almost watercolor-like, and so there's a lot of luminosity, depth down in the painting and in the steel. Kind of represents life and the different places and trials we've been exposed to. I think that's the biggest skill an abstract artist has, is knowing when to quit. And I think I get about 1 out of 15 that are really good, and I seem to know on those. The rest of them, it seems like I'm continually painting on them. If you don't worry about finishing it out and you just enjoy the moment, then it's not so critical to try to decide that. I do classes, and they're called Brush Before the Brain, and you paint first, you think about it later, and there's no mistakes. I also have a charity side of things. I enjoy being able to donate to charities and have them either through a class or the artwork add value that way. So I'll probably do more charitable work. Well, I'm painting big pieces, 10-footers, triplicates, that size, and I'm going organic, where I don't use as much paint and I use more of the elements of nature and texture. So I've been able to travel around, and so my inspiration comes from different locations. Appreciation of just being alive and being able to paint and have spaces to paint in.
Still to come, one more scenic stop, and it's one of the biggest annual celebrations of art in Ohio. We'll visit the Black Swamp Arts Festival after this. Here in Northwest Ohio, we enjoy our festivals: music, food, fun, and art. And one of the most popular each year is held in Bowling Green, and it appeals to people of all ages. Our final scenic stop is to the Black Swamp Arts Festival.
Our focus is always on connecting art to the community, providing opportunities for artists, and showcasing the best in live performance. My name is Roger Shope. I am the chairman of the 22nd Black Swamp Arts Festival. The origins of the Black Swamp Arts Festival was 22 years ago. Some community members, business leaders decided that it would be nice to have an arts festival, and it started as a grassroots organization built on wanting to provide opportunities for artists and also to connect art to the community. We're real excited. Our poster this year, the 2014 poster, was actually made by a young man named Will Santino, and he actually grew up on Main Street, Bowling Green during the Arts Festival. And we're real proud to have what we're calling a festival kid actually create the poster. Folks that have never experienced the Black Swamp Arts Festival will find youth arts. They'll find an opportunity for kids to make hats, rain sticks, tiles, construction projects, finger painting, tie-dye. From the Kiwanis Youth Arts Village, where that all takes place, down on the north end, all the way down to the 3rd annual high school chalk walk competition.
We have over 120 juried artists, regionally, nationally, international artists in all forms of media, paint, 2D, 3D, sculpture. We've got everything. And we also have 3 stages for live music. We have a main stage venue that provides the larger venue for some of the bigger acts. We also have the acoustic stage here on Main. We also have a stage located in the Youth Arts Village, the family stage. And what is one of the things we really enjoy about our performing arts portion of this festival is that our main stage acts, many of them play in multiple venues in order to provide the best opportunity for folks to see the live music. Also, we've got wonderful food, we've got a beer garden, place for beverages, place to gather with friends and talk and get together and enjoy the main stage productions.
All night long, all night long, all night long, all night long.
Yeah, the Black Swamp Festival is really just a wonderful exhibit. I've been doing the exhibit, this show, for about 10 years, off and on. And it's really got a unique name as well because, you know, the area, the Black Swamp area in this region, it really kind of lends itself to what it's all about. And it's just wonderful. I'm a painter and I paint in watercolor, acrylic, and oils. And I think that's really kind of unusual to paint in all 3 of those mediums. It's really at the top of my list of shows to participate in. The quality of the show, you know, it's not real big, but it's big enough so that people can get to all of the artists. It's really a fantastic show. It's a fantastic venue in downtown Bowling Green, and I just love it.
The artists that make up this festival are almost countless in number. We've got professional juried artists, we have a Wood County Invitational, we have artists all young and old. You know, I was just down at the youth arts area and we have, you know, youngsters as little as 2 finger painting, creating their own crafts and their own things. We've got artists from the Wood County and Bowling Green community, which really was the anchor. The very beginnings of this festival was rooted in local artists and artisans. And those folks we still feature in the Wood County Invitational Art Show, which is located down on the south end of the festival. And those are 50 artists from within 30-mile range of Bowling Green. So we have artists young and old, repeat artists, new artists, and we're continually receiving more and more applications. So the quality of our juried show continues to get better, and we focus on quality, variety, as well as folks who know how to have a good time and treat all of our citizens with respect.
I am a 3D mixed media artist from Columbus, Ohio. Being an artist for the past 5 years, I've participated in a great deal of outdoor arts festivals, and the community response to this festival has been wonderful. There's a diverse group of artisans here, from sculpture, glass, jewelry, and I've enjoyed walking through the show, and there's a good quality of work available for people to enjoy.
And the significance of the Black Swamp Arts Festival and all regional and local arts programs is that art matters. Art matters. Making art in public schools, in private schools, in university settings really helps children and adults connect to things that are bigger within themselves. It provides an outlet for families to get together, to make memories, and it may just inspire the next artist. It may inspire the next creator of our poster. You know, we don't know, but we're going to be here and we're going to provide that platform and celebrate the arts in every way we can and continue to enjoy working hard all year long to put this show on.
Well, that's all for this episode of Scenic Stops. We really want to thank all the folks at the Black Swamp Conservancy for having us out today so that we could enjoy the Forest Woods Nature Preserve. Really had a wonderful time. I'd like to remind you, though, if there are any segments that you have missed and you'd like to see from previous episodes, you can log online to our website at scenicstopsohio.com. And while you're on there, you can suggest your story ideas. We might even use them right here on the show. So until next time, I'm Kathleen Phipps, and remember, the view is always nice from our Scenic Stops. Well, that's all for this episode of Scenic Stops. We really want to thank all the folks at the Black Swamp Conservancy for having us out today so that we could enjoy the Forest Woods Nature Preserve. Really had a wonderful time. I'd like to remind you though, if there are any segments that you have missed and you'd like to see from previous episodes, you can log online to our website at scenicstopsohio.com. And while you're on there, you can suggest your story ideas. We might even use them right here on the show. So until next time, I'm Kathleen Phipps, and remember, the view is always nice from our Scenic Stops. Coming up next is Northwest Ohio Journal with your host, Steve Kendall. What's the topic for us tonight, Steve?